It's just in the past week, Utah legislators passed, I think, what, $900 million in a subsidy, right, for MLB Stadium and $900 million for an NHL stadium. I believe those were the numbers. I don't know if they've changed, but are they a real
Something
threat
like
at
that. Yeah.
all to attract the A's, or is it too late in the process for them? Or do you feel like, hey, that could be a whole nother Pandora's box opening here?
I don't know anymore. I didn't think Las Vegas was really a legitimate threat, right? I mean, Las Vegas is tiny for a baseball market, especially in terms of TV market size, and that matters an awful lot. Even with the collapse of cable, it still matters an awful lot for baseball finances. It doesn't seem. It's hard for me to picture the A's moving to Salt Lake City. Even if they build a new stadium there, it's hard to picture John Fisher getting excited about moving there, but I don't know anymore, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, we're this is the problem. And I have worked for billionaire fail sons before, and I have realized that it's important to keep in mind that they're not doing things for rational reasons, right? They're doing things for weird reasons having to do with ego and insecurity and like, wanting to be loved and all this stuff. If the mayor of Salt Lake City came to John Fisher and said, we're going to give you 9.5 acres,
Yeah.
would he be, his head be turned? I honestly have no idea. Again, Salt Lake
Yeah.
City is not, one of the cities I would consider to be at the top of the list for a baseball market. But who knows what is
Utah
going to
fans
go
are nuts though. Utah fans are like really intense. I
on.
don't know. I feel
Not
like
not like they wouldn't be not
yeah,
like they wouldn't be good baseball fans. It's just a small market, It's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's it's
Mm.
really, especially compared to Oakland, even having like, I don't know, 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 or whatever of the fans in the Bay Area following you, and potentially
Yeah.
having more if you ever actually put a good team on the field. That's still a ton more than you would have in Salt Lake. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but I hesitate to say
But who
um,
knows at this
that
point?
it's not a threat because
Yeah.
at this point, what an enraged John Fisher is going to do is unpredictable.
That, I'll just say this and we'll let you go. Thank you so much. Neil's on the East Coast right now, and so we kept him up past his bedtime. But uh,
Not
that
that old.
Utah deal, absolutely. Hey man, 9:30.
I'm
I'm,
done.
I'm
I'm
getting
done.
I'm getting ready. I'm doing the New York Times crossword puzzle. But that Utah deal just seems so obscene to me. The deal is they came to the legislature. They said we're going to build this big entertainment district with or without the stadium. But if we do end up getting a stadium, then and only then we will you'll surrender all property tax and sales tax on this land to us so we can build you. It's that usually there's some facade of, oh well, we can't build this. We can't build any of this unless you give us the tax break. We can't bring these jobs to the community unless you give us the tax break. They just went up and said, we're going to build this either way. And if we get a team, we're not paying
But,
taxes.
but that's the same thing. That's the same thing that's going on right now in Alexandria, Virginia, with the arena for the Capitals and
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Wizards, right? Where they were going to build a development, and then it's like, oh, but if we get a stadium, then we can kick back all the money, the tax money, and use it to pay for the stadium. And same thing with the White Sox, right? It's a big property in the South Loop in Chicago that they were been planning a big development. Oh, if we put a baseball stadium there, it will magically be so much better that it'll be worth kicking back all billions of dollars. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense, right? I think what the team owners and their elected official friends are learning is that it's better to have a story that you stick with and that you can, make into slides and, with really big numbers. The numbers don't have to mean anything. The logic doesn't have to be there. None of it has to mean anything as long as you just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And so people who want to say, well, this would be nice, can say, well, I don't know, on the one hand, there's every economist in the country saying this is a terrible idea. On the other hand, there's this really pretty picture. I guess the truth must be somewhere in the middle.
Well,
Well, who
I'm
doesn't
proud
love an
of the
armadillo?
the the Virginia Democrat who in the state senate there who told them I don't think so, but we'll see if they figure out a way to bribe them correctly. I don't know. We'll see.